All right, so let's be real. Creating content when absolutely nobody is watching, it's tough. Trust me. I know. You put in all this effort, you plan the content, you actually sit down and film the content, you edit the content, you find different sounds and effects and make graphics to put in the content. You put little nice text to put in the content. You finish editing, you feel good about it. It makes you chuckle because you're just that funny. Like, you do all this. You go make thumbnails, okay? You make sure everything looks pretty, looks cute, looks, very put together, very polished, and nothing. No likes, no comments, no views. Yeah, I've been there. You do all that, and then it gets to the point like, why am I even doing this? Why am I putting myself through all this hard work when nobody is seeing it but myself? Right? But let me tell you something, and I know you don't want to hear this because I half the time don't want to hear this either. But every creator, all the creators, all the creators that you've looked to, that you looked up to, that you've watched over the years, they started from where we are at this time. And I would say me, I'd say this channel too, because this channel isn't where I would like it to be, but it's doing better than my new channel, if that makes sense. But anyways, today I'm sharing how I try to stay motivated even when no one's watching. So why this matters in the first place is mainly because if you're feeling unmotivated because of this, trust me, you're not alone. Like I've said, both of my, I'm going to speak for YouTube in general because I have this page, I have a personal page, and then I have a gaming channel that I recently started. And I'd say all of them are really kind of in the beginning stages still, even this channel that I've had for a few years now that I've actually been posting content on. But these other two channels I literally made this year. So I don't know why I'm stressing over those two channels, but it gets to me. And I know that is something that is an issue with other creators also. So I just wanted to come and share on that. But I say all that to say because a lot of creators want to quit because they're not seeing some type of instant success. And I'm not saying that success is always going to be instant. Sometimes it might just be something viral that just blows up and your channel just blows up. And it could be other factors as well. But I'd say like consistency and authenticity are going to be like the main game changers for you when it comes to your content in general as a whole, as well as specifically YouTube also. And I think the biggest thing to kind of think of it as when you're, sitting down to plan your content or you posted something and you're contemplating if you want to even put out a community post, because if nobody's watching the video, who's gonna interact with the community post? Like, trust me, I feel the same way. But I feel like all in all, you have to push through all of that. Those little quiet moments where it's literally dead air and you're just like, what am I doing? Push through those because eventually down the line, something's going to happen. And especially if there's something that you really wanted to do in the first place, not just trying to pursue YouTube just because you think it's going to bring you a check and that you can do this full time. I'm not saying that. Just something that you genuinely like doing. Like, I was excited to sit in front of the camera. The last couple of weeks, I feel like I had to kind of force myself to get in front of the camera because I felt like the things I were talking about were kind of repetitive and I just didn't want to do that no more. Okay, but I did not want to let go of my YouTube channel. I still like the whole process of videography and sitting down to make videos and editing videos and making things look pretty, adding music. I like doing that. There's something always that's going to keep me coming back to content creation. But yeah, you just have to sit through those quiet moments for you to be able to reach those breakthrough moments that you're wanting to with your channel. So I'd ask yourself a few questions. I ask myself these questions often when I feel like, what's the point? One being, why did I want to start content creation in the first place? For me, I honestly was just bored. I think my very first video on this channel on YouTube ever was like me stretching my lobes. Like, I was doing the ear stretching thing a long time ago, and that was one of my first videos, and I was just like, let me just film it. I don't know where that person went because I'm not just a let me just film it person anymore. But anyways, I was just like, let me just film it. And then I was like, okay, I can do other stuff. I got a aloe leaf. I tried aloe on my face. I tried aloe on my hair. I showed like my curly hair routine because at the time I was just a loose natural. So I was just like doing different things just because I wanted to, just because I felt like it. And I think back then when I started around 2020, maybe 2019, I feel like there wasn't a lot of pressure when it came to starting YouTube. Like, I feel like now, and I know they were out back then, but I feel like now there are a lot of people like, this is what you have to do as a content creator, and this is what you gotta do this and you gotta do that. Like, I feel like a whole lot of technicality stuff went into it that didn't have to go to it in the first place. Like I said, I literally was just bored and was like, let me just film it. And I don't even think back then, did I even edit that video? It was only a few minutes. I probably just attempted to stretch, and then was like, that's it. I need to look back at that video. Y'all want to look at some old videos of mine? But anyways, I feel like things like that were over complicated when it didn't need to be. Like, I wish I felt like it was just as easy to pick up my camera and just do anything. But I feel like all these aesthetics and all these like perfect and certain ways to do things kind of just ruined the fun out of it, and it makes it feel like whatever you post won't be as significant or make as much as an impact as someone who's been in the game already like 10 plus years, who have that certain aesthetic that everybody's looking for, if that makes sense. But nonetheless, still go back and ask yourself why you wanted to start creating content in the first place. Me, I was just bored, like I said, and I just wanted to do something creative. I wanted to have my creativity put to use in some way, shape, or form. I just feel like I can do, and I like to do a lot of things, and I was like, why not just bring the camera along? Like, why not just, what I'm saying? So definitely figure out and understand your why, and go back to that when you have those moments of like, what am I doing? Even if you have to redirect yourself in a way of like, okay, maybe I started for this, but maybe I actually just want to do this. Like, if it's the views for you, and this is just something that just came to me, if it's the views that you're not getting or any engagement or anything, just do it simply out of the fun of creating stuff. Okay, at the end of the day, you created it. If you were satisfied with it, you just shared it. You're just putting it away and you're leaving it. It just happens to be on a platform where people can just slide through, watch it, comment. But I think having that mindset of, I'm just creating this is what I like, I made it look pretty, or this is what I did, I made it look pretty, and I posted it, and I'm going to leave it and forget it. I think that's a good mindset to kind of have with that, because you're not solely looking at your numbers and your analytics, because it's just something that you're genuinely proud of and you decided to share. And like I mentioned too about not looking over and obsessing over numbers and analytics, if you're looking at, or if you're paying more attention to the passion over the views, that's going to be the biggest breaking point, because I feel like if you are looking at the numbers all the time, it's going to burn you out, and you're not going to want to do it, and you're going to quit. You're not going to see what your channel could have been, or what you could have been, who you could have been as a creator, if you quit. Also, this is another thing that I have to get in my head, like you should get in your head if you click on this video. You do not have to go viral to have success on YouTube. I know, because everything is about going viral. You have to go viral on YouTube, you have to go viral on TikTok, you have to go viral on Instagram and any other platforms that exist. You don't, okay? I feel like, as I'm saying this, what's sticking out and what's standing out the most to me is just creating something that you like and sharing it. Because if you look too deep into it, you're going to get overconsumed with how your numbers look. If you're underperforming, not performing at all, not getting no engagement, no subscribers, no followers, like if you're paying attention to that, you're not going to want to do it, and it takes the fun out of it. Improving your like video skills, filming skills, editing skills, all that good stuff. Improving your skills is the actual win here, especially when you're first starting, because we just wanted to start a YouTube channel. We just wanted to pick up the camera and talk. We just wanted to pick up the camera and yap, okay? We wanted to pick up the camera and share our passions, whether that be cooking, gaming, whatever you're into, right? But improving your skills is definitely something that is going to be long lasting, because you put out your first video not knowing what you're doing. You do another one. Maybe your editing gets better. Maybe you decide to want to talk more, or you want to get different shots. Like, everything leads to improvement. The more you do it, the more you get better at it, the more you get comfortable with it, and then the more you can try to experiment and learn new things. So, an easy way to kind of do that, to keep you away from the numbers, to say, okay, instead of saying I want to get 10,000 views or 5,000 views, whatever the amount, instead of saying that, say, I want to improve on my editing. Okay, I want to improve. What is the goal of this video? I want to improve on my editing. What's the goal of this video? I want to be able to feel more comfortable when I'm talking to the camera, have something that is used instead of whatever numbers that go with your channel. So another example could be, instead of 1,000 subscribers, I want to see how consistent I can be with my channel over the next month. Another reason why you should keep going is because the right people will eventually find you. I know good and well that there are a lot of other girlies out there that have struggled, have issues with, not an issue, are somewhat uncomfortable sitting in front of the camera, okay? I know that there are some girls out there, or some people in general out there, that want to experiment with vlogs and are struggling. Or I know some people out there that just genuinely like the interests I like. Like, I like cooking, gaming, Sims, anything, okay? I like anime. We watching Marvel, DC. Like, I know there are other people out there that like everything that I like, and then some, Focusing or talking to that non-existent audience, if that makes sense, especially when you're first starting and you don't really have an audience, and you're just, trying to lay your foundation of your content and what you want to represent and be perceived as within your content. The right people will find you. You just keep posting, and like I said, I telling you guys this as I'm telling myself that, just keep posting things you're interested in. Think of it as improving on your filming and your editing, and eventually those people that you want to be watching your content will be watching it. Okay, we have to believe, we have to trust the process, okay? Think of it like this, like, would you want to have 100 engaged people or 1,000 uninterested people? I'm just happy if I get like 3 people to watch my videos, because at the end of the day, that's 3 whole people, like a whole person times 3 watch my video, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think we really get so caught up into the numbers. Like, literally, that's one whole person that took the time out of their day to see what your video was about, see what you're talking about, So I think if we just change how we think about it, it'll make it a little bit easier for us, hopefully. But the main thing about that is to just still show up. Just keep showing up until the right people show up too. And honestly, I feel like the biggest theme for this whole entire video is to not focus on the numbers. Completely detach yourself from the numbers. If you're only focused on like likes, views, follows, subscribers, comments, all that, you're missing the bigger picture. And I feel like this is something already talked about in this video, is your creativity, what you can bring. That's really what matters. So like, those numbers change. Like, today you might be getting 2 views, no watch time, maybe 1 subscriber every blue moon, and then maybe a couple months down the line you get 10,000 views, you have 5,000 subscribers now. So like, those things change. So if they change and can vary that much, it's something that you shouldn't be focused on. I mean, it's okay to have those personal goals, but don't solely focus on those. And if they don't happen, like, your inspiration is dead, your motivation is dead. Like, don't let it get to you that way. But just keep in mind of your creativity, because that's something that's always going to be in you, no matter if you decide to pick up one niche and do a type of content for that, particular niche, and then maybe down the line you want to switch it, because we're just creative beings, okay? We just here for the ride, and some people just want to share that ride with others. Focus on staying true to yourself, being as authentic and as transparent as you can. Another thing that would be highly, 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 highly recommended is to have a good support system. Surround yourself with creators that get it. Like, I get it, okay? You can join communities, you can find accountability partners, or if you already do have a small audience or audience in general, you can just engage with them also. But if you do want a community to join or an accountability partner, I have a Discord called the Creatorverse. That is definitely a great place for something like this, because it is a community that I create that, I'm going to be as transparent as possible. It got like 3 members in it. I'm not going to lie. It's dead, okay? There's nothing really going on in there. But that's why you need to come and join and ask me, say, hey, Brittany, can you be my accountability partner? I want to post a video a week on YouTube, and I want to post 3 times on TikTok and Instagram per week. and I want to make sure you can hold me accountable. And what do you think I'm gonna say? So slide me that message, okay? We can work on this together, because sometimes I don't be feeling like filming. If you need somebody to say, hey, get off that couch, get away from that TV, put the chips down, and film your video, I can be that. No problem, no issue. I really want to work on getting that Discord out there some more, but I feel like that is definitely a place where us as creators can kind of come and literally do anything, hang, be like, bro, content creation, this thing is, or when you get to the point where you're feeling unmotivated, or you're feeling like nobody's watching, like you're like, why do I keep going? Put that in there. Get talked out of it. Get some ideas you can film, okay? So, as always, that will be linked down below in the description for you guys to join. Can't wait to see you there. If you take one thing at all from this video, keep going. Just keep going. Even when it feels slow, even when it feels like nothing's moving, even if it feels like you're just doing this for yourself, do it for yourself. Like I said, you're creative. You like putting stuff together. You like doing this type of thing, you know, whether that be like hair, skincare, whatever. Just keep doing it. Keep doing you. And just be filming it, and then just edit it real nice and put it on YouTube. And again, that's if no one is watching, you know, because one day you are going to look back on your content and your channel, and you're going to be glad that you didn't quit, you know. So keep that in mind when you also are feeling stuck or just not wanting to create because no one's watching. You guys have reached the end of today's video. If you got all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe to this channel for more content like this. Also, I kind of want to know down in the comments, if you guys can leave a comment, what is something that kind of keeps you motivated to create? I'm curious, because I need some ideas of something that can hold me down when I don't feel like creating. But that all being said, thanks again for watching today's video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. We hit the club, niggas cops feeling jealous.